Hello, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of my tips I have on how I would prepare for university or med school in specific. So if you're new to this channel, I'm Brandon and I'm a third year medical student from the University of New South Wales. So yeah, let's get inside and get this video started. So the context of this video is going to be specific to UNSW medical school. Yeah, but I'm sure that if you guys are in different courses and different universities, I'm sure that some of these tips would still be applicable. The reason why I want to make this video is because when I first started university, I didn't really have anyone who told me all these things. And looking back, I really wish I did have that somebody who told me all these things, because it would have made my transition to university a lot easier. Okay, so without further ado, I'll be sharing some of the hardware I feel you should get before you start university. First, the laptop. Yes, the laptop. So the laptop is super important for any university student. You basically do all your work on it, and this is where you store your notes and textbooks. You write assignments and access online resources. When I started med school, I was using my 2014 MacBook Pro, and this was more than enough for me to do all my daily university tasks. Personally, this is also where I consolidate all my medical notes, so if I ever need to find something from a previous lecture or previous class, I can always just search it up on my computer. Alright, next up is the tablet. Personally, I feel that a tablet is super useful for medical school because this is where you can annotate your notes during lectures. A few months into university, I soon realized this, and so I got myself an iPad. This at the time was the base model iPad, so literally the cheapest one I could find, and I think I got 32 gigabytes. Honestly, I feel that it's powerful enough for most of my needs, but if I could change one thing, honestly, I would prefer to get one with a higher storage capacity, so perhaps 64 gigabytes instead of 32, because this is where I store a lot of my downloaded notes, and the notes just end up taking a lot of space. Yeah, so if I could, I would change the capacity to either 64 gigabytes or 128. Alright, to come along with the tablet is the stylus. So because I use an iPad, I use an Apple Pencil as well. And this really helps with what I said before about how you annotate notes during lectures. Yeah, I didn't need the highest end Apple Pencil, so this is the basic Apple Pencil. And lastly, for hardware, I feel that if you are constantly sitting at a desk and doing a lot of work, I feel like having an external monitor is so crucial to your well-being in general, and it really helps with productivity. So with an external monitor, I'm able to elevate the monitor so that whatever is displayed is easily within my field of view. I don't have to constantly look downwards to look at my computer screen. And also it helps increase productivity because now you have an additional monitor for extra real estate. I got one that I didn't even have to pay for. It was literally a really old one that one of my friends didn't want anymore. So if you're concerned about budget, you really don't have to go for a very expensive monitor. Just go for one that works well. Alright, now time for software. The first set of software I would recommend for all university students is the Microsoft Office suite. So this comprises of Microsoft Word, PowerPoint and Excel, but the one that is most important to me personally is Microsoft Word, because this is where I had to write most of my assignments. Also, I would choose to use Microsoft Word over Google Docs because when you're writing an assignment and you want to make references and generate a bibliography, it works seamlessly with Microsoft EndNote. So for the Microsoft Suite, there's an online version, and there's also a version you install into your computer. I know the Microsoft Office can be quite pricey. Personally, I didn't buy it. One pro tip is to check with your university's website to see whether they provide this Microsoft Suite to students. I think most universities would provide minimally the online version, but also check if they provide you with a version that you can install, because that one has a bit more functionality in terms of working together with EndNote. So this transitions me to my next piece of software, which is Microsoft EndNote. Like I mentioned, Microsoft EndNote helps with making references and generating a bibliography in your Microsoft document. It's also a paid app, but yeah, check with your university and see whether they provide it for free for students. In my freshman year, I actually did try to write my first assignment without EndNote, and oh my goodness, it was a nightmare because when you have so many references to make, it becomes a hassle to organize the entire bibliography, and yeah, it just makes your life way easier. So 100% if you have access to it, you should use it. Next, I would recommend you find an app that helps with note-taking. So you can try things out like Microsoft OneNote or Notability. Personally, I use Microsoft OneNote just because it was free and I started using it from the beginning, so I never changed. One issue I find with Microsoft OneNote is that it has really weird stability issues. So sometimes my notebooks can sync between my iPad and my Mac, but sometimes it just can't. Whether you choose OneNote or Notability, I think it's really important for you to set up a filing system for your notes so that you can stay organized. Guys, I'm just editing this video, and another quick mention is this app called Dynamo. It helps you speed up videos and skip ads, so yeah, highly recommend it. These two other applications have also proved to be really useful in my time in medical school. So there's Notion and there's Anki. You can use both of these apps to consolidate your notes and use these for revision. So for active recall and spaced repetition, I think Anki is a little bit better because it's specifically designed for that. Personally, I don't use Anki, so I don't know. But I have a lot of friends and I know a lot of people online sing praises about Anki. So yeah, you could give it a go. It's free also. Okay, we're done with hardware and software, and now we're just on to like the miscellaneous things. So I would say a great way to prepare for medical school is to start to ask your seniors and professors what textbooks are useful so that you can get access to them early and maybe start reading ahead. Some really good textbooks for medical school are things like Robbins Pathology, Telly O'Connor, and Gray's Anatomy. Okay, and finally, specifically for medical students again, you can start looking for a stethoscope. So the one that I use is the Littmann Cardio 4, and a lot of my other friends use it as well. It's a little bit more pricey than the Littmann Classic, yeah, but for me, I think it's a good investment for medical school and my practice in the future. Okay, I think that's about it. If you found this video useful, please leave this video a like. And if you have any questions or you want me to like make any other uni content, drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, there's going to be a lot more uni content coming up, so consider subscribing. And yeah, there were a lot of things that were mentioned in this video, but I think most importantly, try to talk to your seniors or professors, get in contact with them and ask them what would be useful for your specific course or your specific university, because in the end, every university is different. Okay, I'll end it off here. Thanks for watching. Ciao, boys. First, the laptop. Okay, now. Okay.